Life wasn't always like this for Talia Smith. Beautiful and extremely talented, she was born for the silver screen.
I work hard, I study hard, I am kind and considerate to all kinds of people.
But at just 21, those dreams are on hold, and she's in the fight of her life. Lyme disease has turned her world upside down, Talia's tiny frame enduring debilitating seizures for almost the entire day, every day. Incredibly, there is a small and precious window of time of just minutes where Talia is able to communicate, and the passionate young woman returns, determined to reveal her struggle to raise awareness of the illness.
I just want people to know that Lyme disease does exist, and there are people out there like me that are struggling and that have lost their quality of life and that look in the mirror every day and they don't, well, I know I don't recognise I'm skin and bone, and I didn't ask for this. And no one deserves to feel like this.
Lyme disease is a bacterial illness spread by tick bites. The effects are devastating. Talia had been accepted to study a diploma in musical theatre at Sydney's Brent Street, as well as at Melbourne's Film and Television Studio International. She's made several trips to America to pursue her dream of becoming an actress, and it's on one of those trips it's thought she may have been bitten by a tick. In the US, the bacteria and resulting disease are well proven. Each year, around 300,000 Americans are diagnosed. But the road to a diagnosis here in Australia, let alone treatment, is a torturous one. Despite thousands of documented cases across the country, the federal government says there's no concrete proof. As a result, many doctors here are not educated to identify or treat the illness, meaning potentially life-saving treatment, a simple course of antibiotics, is not prescribed in time to prevent the consequences.
We've been told not to mention the L word, Lyme disease, because I'll just not brush you off and not want anything to do with you.
That's despite knowing Talia may have contracted the disease overseas.
And once I said that, they rolled their eyes and were like, oh, you know you have to get bitten by a tick to get that. And I was like, yeah, well, clearly I have. The hospital's meant to be a place where you go to get better and to be treated well, not to be made fun of and mocked.
Another person trying to educate others on the disease, former Newcastle Knight Ryan Stigg. Football was Ryan's world from a very young age, and he worked his whole life to cement a spot in the NRL. In 2011, he finally made it, and in a big way.
Ryan Stigg has got across for the Knights!
He played 13 games for Newcastle and was handed a 2-year contract by Wayne Bennett. But it all came tumbling down when he was sidelined with a blood clot behind his eye, followed by symptoms mimicking chronic fatigue.
I started losing control of my limbs and hard to walk, and just all cognitive function, like your neurological system's so important to, you know, every decision you make, every time you move your arm, walk. So when it's not working properly, it's pretty hard to, you know, just little everyday activities don't, you know, are really hard.
After 2 years searching for answers, Ryan has also been diagnosed with the disease. He's now unable to work or drive, but he has a new role, dad to 1-year-old Nora. The young family has spent all of its savings on Ryan's treatment, which is only available abroad. His condition has slightly improved. He can now walk again. But the damage is still something he struggles with every day, and he says what's more frustrating is the lack of action taken by the federal government and medical professionals.
In any industry, you know, if someone's treating something really well or doing something well, you usually take note of that and, you know, try to take some of that on board, and they're doing that overseas and having some success with it. So I think, you know, if we can just sort of move past where you got it and, you know, how you got it. Just people are sick, and if we can, you know, try and help them, that's the main thing.
Tomorrow night, disturbing claims Lyme disease is being contracted in the Hunter. We talk to sufferers and the Newcastle biologist fighting for awareness. And the new discovery that could mean researchers are a step closer to finding what's causing the illness in Australia. Emma Murphy, NBN News.